Welcome back to If Just for Today. My name is Craig G. I'm your host. Today's backdrop is a place called Pretty Place. It is a chapel in the mountains of South Carolina. It's a beautiful place to go visit and one of my favorite to find some serenity. And it fits with today's topic, let go and let God. Letting go and letting God is there are many interpretations. And I have my own interpretation, and that means to me that I am to do my human best at what I can do. And what I can't do, I have to let go and let God, which also goes with last, if just for today, that I am powerless over other people, places, and things. This is for this reason that it is important to me to realize when to let go and when to do my part. For me, letting go and letting God is, I used to feel that I could control other people from making bad choices, which is very interesting. That would just cause me to make my own bad choices. Today, I'm very grateful that I do have the presence, a strong belief in God. I think that's so important. And for me, there's no going back to that. I truly do believe it helps with, if one wants to find serenity, it's probably the easiest way to get there. I'm not going to say it's the only way, but for me, it's the only way. And letting go and letting God is, there are things we can control and things we can't control. You know, uh, I need to work on being the best human being I can be. That is my message in every one of these videos. And I have my responsibility to do my part. Letting go and letting God is something that realizing once I've given my best effort to whatever that endeavor might be or situation might be, once I've given that full commitment, I have to hand it over to God because He has His own will, His own way. He's, the master of everything. And I may not have to like things, I have to accept things. And just the fact that I know I can turn it over to my higher power, that in itself brings such serenity. And in a good cases, you know, when something terrible happens in one's life, many people allow it to bring them down and go down a rabbit hole that sometimes some people can't even come out of. I believe with all of these, if just for today's, with their hyperlinking back and forth, when applied, it makes it very difficult for one to be taken down. Doesn't mean one won't get depressed. Doesn't mean that one won't have regrets. But again, the regrets come from expectations, and expectations are ungerminated seeds of resentment of not if they're going to germinate, but when. Uh, for me, this is all working on how to be more focused. And today, my life is definitely being focused, trying to be closer to God. And that hour in that pool of me swimming nonstop of prayer, I can't explain it. I don't need to explain it. I just know for me has worked an amazing miracles in my life and continues. And I'm so grateful. It's the reason why I share these videos. Again, I'm not telling anyone what they should or should not do. Everybody has to make their own choices. But understand we have the ability to make choices that can alter our journey. And today I want to make wiser choices. And I realize I cannot make those choices alone. For me, I do need God in my life, but I'm not going to use God as a crutch or an excuse for me doing my own, being the best that I can be. And what do I mean by that? There are people that, oh, I don't worry about anything because God's going to take care of it. Now, in my studying of the Torah, and again, I'm not that wise in it, but from what I have learned, um, God expects us to do our part. And yes, it is important to have faith, and I do have faith. I also know I have my responsibility to do. I have to honor God. And that goes back to gratitude. I am so grateful today that God is in my life, and I'm so grateful that He has allowed me to share with others and just be a more thankful human being, a more present human being in the here and now, not wallowing in yesterday's woes or overexcited about tomorrow's successes. because I don't know if tomorrow we'll have those successes. And as far as yesterday's woes, well, yesterday's done. I can't undo it. I can learn from it. I can grow from it. And that is definitely what I plan and choose and will continue to do. And again, that for me, having that connection to my higher power, developing that moral compass. And that moral compass for me is not a feeling. Feelings is what gets me in trouble. Uh, the journey is the journey's way. And I can fight it or I can ingratiate it and realize that what I have control on is how I interpret it, which goes back to the saying, the glass is either half full or half empty. Most people will look at things as half empty. I'm going to be grateful that it's half full. Anyway, this is a short one for today. I just wanted to share, if just for today, let me let go and let God. If you do like these videos, I hope you'll share them with others. I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel. You'll be notified as new videos come out. And I would really appreciate if you give me a thumbs up, because that's how YouTube will rate the videos if people give it a thumbs up and like it. So if just for today, I want to thank you for being here and have a wonderful day.